and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport with some more multiplayer racing. For this session, the rules were fairly straightforward. Vehicles must be fitted with inline 6 engines, and they had to be, an A-class and without race tyres. That was it. You could use what you want as long as it had a straight 6. Now, I had an idea. I went for an Aston Martin, a DB4. I was using its standard engine. I figured that it would be relatively small, relatively light, and the fact that we can't have slick tyres, the hope was that the lightness would be good enough to give it enough grip in the corners, even if it didn't have massive tyres. And it had over 500 horsepower, so I figured it might not be too bad a vehicle in terms of acceleration and straight line speed. We are a long way back again. It's not the meanest. I have seen Forza be meaner to me, but we start from 16th place on the grid. What can our Aston Martin do? We are going to launch well towards the first corner, which we will make up a couple of places. Now my car is all about acceleration and honestly top speed. It's not great in the corners. I was trying. Yeah, we were having a little bit of an outbraking battle. I could see Gliska was making an appearance, trying to outbrake the Nissan, while not clattering the poor Caterham was a difficult one. Now we shouldn't be too bad down this straight. That is the hope, at least. God, here comes Ninetales with an 850C. I do love the BMW, big brute of a car. I don't know what engine. I presume that might have the M3's engine. Oh, around the hairpin for the first time. We are on a little bit of a tight line through there. It's a little bit, actually relatively well behaved for the hairpin at Hockenheim on the first lap. We will get past Rusky's Nissan. Oh, that's a big two-wheel moment over the curb. Yeah, we don't attack the curbs with my Aston Martin. It does not like it. The Nissan gets a little bit of a slide now. I don't have the grip to go around the outside. We're going to keep Rusky pinned. Oh, Aaron. I don't know if Aaron... I think Aaron launched it off the curb. Now, I don't know if it bounced the door, bounced off Gliska's car, or whether it just spun having been launched off a curb. Could have been either. There are cars every which way behind me. Now, this is the section we're going to really struggle in down here. Oh, there's a Vettel moment going on. I mean, the clouds look about accurate, but Impega got it away from the wall at least. What have we got up here? It's a bathtub. No, it's not a bathtub. That's not the birdcage. That is the other Maserati. I don't even know what. No, I don't know the numbers assigned with that one. 300 something? Is that the one? I don't know. Either way, we head out of the final corner to complete a lap here at Hockenheim. I mean, it's not been the worst of laps. We've got ourselves up into the top 10, I guess. Oh, we have a lot of understeer. That's not actually very nice through there. Now, I don't know, I was hoping this track might not be the worst for my car, but I honestly think we're just too much of a handful in the corners. We're too much of a handful in the corners, and while we do have some acceleration, it's just not, it's not good enough. Like, we are quicker than some of the cars around us. There's a bit of a mess going on behind. We are quicker accelerating than some of the cars, but it's not by enough. It's not by enough to make up for the real struggles I have in the corners. I mean, this thing is pretty, like, power to weight ratio, pretty solid. It's 500, over 500 horsepower, weighs 2,600 pounds, so it's not bad. Not bad power to weight ratio, but it's just not enough. It's not enough to overcome its lack of grip. It's got, I think it's 255s on the front tyres. They are not the greatest of not the greatest of tyres. And yeah, I basically just can't get the front end to cooperate through a lot of these corners. It just understeers. That's it. Front end wants to understeer. It's a little bit slidey. I can live with that. I can deal with that. But yeah, I don't think we're not really catching cars ahead at the moment. Don't know if any of the cars ahead are, particularly weak. That we might, I say particularly weak, but that are slower that we might be able to catch. Oh, there he is. Is that a BMW? I think it's Steve with an M2. Has had a bit of an adventure this lap around. God, I just can't get it to the edge. Doesn't want to turn in through there, for example. BMW will have a little bit of a look. I'm not going to be able to fight that. What I might be able to do is cut back on the exit, but it is not enough to do that. We'll have more top speed. We can run it down towards turn 1, but oh god, yeah, again, I just can't turn in well enough. We may, if I can get off this corner well this time around. Oh, there's a little bit of a lock-up from me. We didn't really push the BMW wide through there, thankfully. Yeah, we had a little bit of a lock-up, a bit of a scary moment going on down there. You know, if we can get off the corner well, this is the one section of the track where we are quite good. We will run and we will go side by side with the Jägermeister car. It's not going to matter a huge amount. I can send it the long way round. Oh, and I can park my car there. The M1's going to want to cut underneath. Perfectly fair enough defence on that one. Yeah, if you're going to go to the outside, you are stuck a little bit at the mercy of the car on the inside sort of turning in. There was plenty of space. Didn't run them out of road or anything. But they're going to send it. You're going to really struggle to stop on that line. And sure enough, yeah, that's a little... Like, you've lost a place and got a little bit too aggressive to try and get it back. We've all done it at some point. My car's not great in the corners, so it's tempting to try. You want to immediately fire past because you know I'm going to be annoying with my straight line speed, but sometimes a little bit more patience is what you need. Shadow's going to have a look to the outside here at the hairpin. I mean, the M1 is probably a car that can do that, but we're not quite going to find a way past this time around now. Don't run wide. This is where we were vulnerable last lap. Sure enough, the M1 wanted to look, but there is not going to be not going to leave your space there. Basically, there is not going to be any room for a car looking underneath. Not anymore. I am aware of where my car is weak, and that is one of the places. And we are starting to gather a train now. The Alex train is reforming here. We will park our car in the middle of the road. And again, M1 will try and look underneath for the exit. It can try it, but we are now coming on to the one part of the circuit that I quite like. And we will try and get away. I mean, we're now having to drive. So even if we have the pace to catch Steve ahead, it doesn't matter. We're driving different lines. We're taking defensive lines quite a lot. And any sort of lap time we were possibly gaining is kind of being eradicated because I'm having to park on the apexes. I'm having to defend, which... You know, it's what it is. That is what we will have to do for the remainder of this race, pretty much. I now cannot afford to miss a braking zone. I can't afford to wander wide through a corner, otherwise everything will get past, pretty much. I was a little early on the brakes down that section there, which wasn't ideal. We've got proximity arrows having a look everywhere. Shadow is going to want... Like, Shadow wants to have a look there, but... can't do anything. I just out-accelerate BMW through here. Do not drift wide through the corner. Once again, we just kind of back it up on the apex. It is becoming quite extreme on the old defensive driving, and it has to be through this section here. There's a couple of corners I'm still not quite sure where I need to brake with, and I would rather, with what I'm having to do here, I would rather be slow into a corner. I'd rather brake a little early and defend than miss a braking point and run wide at this stage. We are going the full Magnussen today. We are making an absolute nuisance for ourselves, for everyone behind us. Of ourselves, I think, is the better phrasing there. We cannot afford to jump there again. It's very, very dangerous. BMW is going to have a look around the outside. And as you see here, Shadow gets the car there. Don't really care. Because again, I'm going to beat you out of the corner. The one car I might not be able to beat is that Nissan. That Nissan could be a problem here. The Nissan has got more straight line speed than me, but it might be even less composed than the Aston Martin. So can we... I thought about trying to fire back past the Nissan. That would be... I mean, that would be helpful. Oh, I mean, we've got a bump from the BMW. They are both slithering about. Now, we are 3 wide. We technically are ahead here at this point. The Nissan backed out of it because you're on such a horrible line there in the middle. If you're on the middle or on the inside, you're on such a horrible, horrible line that, yeah, it is not an easy one to deal with. Now... the Nissan is going to pass us, but then we are coming into a twisty section where the Nissan is not going to be particularly good, and there you go. The Nissan, I don't know whether it got a bit of body roll or a bit of suspension sort of movement from that, but it just had to check up. We had to sort of adjust its line and almost got spat into the gravel trap. But we hold on for another time around. God, I should have made this race 5 laps long. We are a little bit wide up here, but I think everybody behind is so busy stumbling over each other that I've got a small moment of reprieve here. Right, yep, they are all, funnily enough, falling over each other. The Nissan... Now, what could help me here is if the Nissan does essentially the defending job that I am doing. So, if the Nissan defends like crazy and holds them all up, that one there would help me. Unfortunately, not quite happening, because the Nissan has got quite a good amount of pace here. It tried to duck underneath, but again, the Nissan, honestly, it shouldn't be really all that fussed about trying to pass me in a corner. It doesn't matter. The battle is not really with me in the corners, because all they have to do is follow and then be close enough on a straight. I don't know whether they're going to be close enough this time. We will move across and show them what way we're going in the corners. I might be too late on the brakes here. Oh... No, we've done it perfectly. We have absolutely parked it on the apex again with the Aston Martin. And we get off the corner nicely. That's what we needed to. Shadow's been bopped back a little bit. I don't know whether through... I just saw Shadow's pink car having a bit of a moment. Don't know whether through contact or through what there. But we continue to make life unbelievably difficult for everyone behind us. Park it on the apex through there. Oh, no, a little bit too iffy for me on that one. We are going to... Now, is Absol going to be able to go around the outside here? Then what they're going to do is what I would have done. Yeah, absolutely. Cut back for the exit. Now, we are a little better under brakes. We will fire the Aston Martin back alongside here. And we try and get the power down. It is side by side, and Absol doesn't have the grip. They have to yield because they just cannot quite match the grip. So we are having to be... It's the most aggressive defensive I've had to do because I'm doing both of them at the same time. This is ridiculous stuff. It's a brilliant race. Can I really hold on for one more lap? You're not going to have a go at turn 1. Way too difficult or a pass. You might go for the exit, though, which is what Absol... I can't pull my car off the curb. When you hit the curb, you're in so much trouble. Absol is now going to take that 10th place away, but is on a very, very tight line through here. I think we've gone a little deep through that one. I think we might have lost to the Nissan here. Nope, never mind. Nissan got a twitch. Nissan's on the grass. All that hard work. Absol finally found a way past. A great pass. Really well worked pass. And then got a big twitch, getting on the power, ended up on the grass, and now I've got Ninetales behind me to defend from. Ninetales has launched it, and I didn't think they were close enough. Now, can we pin them down to the inside so they can't get on the power well enough? We can. It's a drag race towards the next corner. The problem I've got is Ninetales is not going to lift from that position. Oh, we've just about got enough grip to fend off the BMW through there. I think maybe Ninetales may have got a little help into that corner. It actually sort of worked out well enough for them. They've gone alongside. Oh, there's a little more assist on the rear of my car. I think Ninetales has got us, unless we can... Unless Ninetales makes a mistake, which they've made got a little wide through there. Don't think we're going to be close enough to have a fight at the hairpin. Ninetales is going to defend very, very heavily. Now, it's going to kill Ninetales' lap time, this, but I don't think it matters. I think after the immense defending work, we did everything we could. But in the end, yeah, I should have maybe defended the hairpin a little harder. Oh, there's someone off on the grass at the final corner. We may still get a top 10. We're going to chase Absol across the road, and we just do it. That would have been a photo finish. That would have been the most ridiculous photo finish. Oh, the great wall of Aston Martin held almost the whole way. What a ridiculous race. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, that car's not very good. That car was not very good at all, but the race was, yeah, quite something. Quite something indeed. We made a very wide Aston Martin, although Ninetales finally found a way past. Right at the end, I should have defended, but I thought we were just clear enough. Either way, bloody hell. What a battle. We head to Indianapolis, and it is raining a little bit for our next race. We continue to be this sort of lower part of the grid. It's okay, I guess. It's sort of just what I'm going to have to do, it would seem. I don't really trust my car. I think we're better off being careful here a little bit into turn 1. It's been a little bit scruffy, really, through there. It's been more a case of just survive for us here. No big moves into the first corner. That's Nissan seems to be struggling. That's a gap I'm not going to find particularly useful in all of that. Yeah, 4 wide through there just is not going to work. So better to bail. Oh, I am not stopping. I'm so sorry to the Supra. My brakes are not as good as I thought they were going to be. That was unfortunate. Thankfully, I say amazingly, we didn't actually just wipe them straight out. We nudged them a little bit wide. That could have got a lot worse on that one, but have got to brake much sooner than that. I mean, in theory, this track should be better for me maybe in terms of just sheer outright straight line speed. Liam has, I feel very sorry for that poor Supra. God, wipes out my wipeout wasn't quite as harsh as that one. I mean, again, it wasn't intentional from Liam. On that, it's very easy. If you miss a braking point when there's a big cluster of cars, there's only so much that you can do in that one. We are past the skyline. Now we are going off after a Danger Man with another Nissan. The Nissans were popular. Honestly, probably a super solid choice in terms of a car, really. Especially with the wide body kit, they can get some very big tyres. They are small and light. Much like the M1, they are a very sensible option for this. My Aston Martin, much less sensible option. Fun option. It's not really it's certainly nowhere near the best built car I've ever ran in one of these. He's got no grip. This track probably would be its best sort of area. Longbo's being brave there with the 300ZX. I love the car. I've always liked the 300ZXs, but they have, as I've said probably before, when I see them in these, they have never worked very well in Forza, just ever, really. I think the only time one has been particularly useful was when we were doing sort of either low PI or low budget 200 mile an hour runs. That is literally, I think, the only time those have tended to come into their own in Forza stuff, which is a little bit of a shame. But it's things like that. The Mitsubishi GTO is another one that's just never really, always seemed over PI'd for whatever you're doing with it. Now, it may well be faster than I am, because I don't think this Aston Martin equally isn't very good. I think this Aston Martin could be good. I'm not sure its standard engine is the way to go necessarily. I'm not quite sure how I would build it differently and whatnot. But yeah, it's not amazing in the grand scheme of things. Now we are catching Danger Man slightly. Problem is, apparently we're going for an overtake into turn 1. Wasn't quite ready for it, but we were able to get alongside. We stopped the car safely. It was a sensible cutback from Danger Man to regain the position. We are alongside through the next couple of corners. Longbow is coming to join the battle. I mean, the more we fight, the more chance Longbow has to join little tussle over 11th place. Can we? Again, Danger Man is going to cover the inside down there. Sensible. Exactly what I would do. I mean, we're catching kind of the group. Well, I mean, if we weren't fighting so hard, we might be able to catch the likes of Ewan and that group of cars ahead, including there's a BMW in it with a mighty wing, and various other cars having a big old scrap, basically. Now, I mean, I'm surprised to be finding myself held up, but we were doing the holding up at Hockenheim. Here we are actually the one losing a little bit of lap time behind the Datsun. I see proximity arrows all over the back of us looking for ways past. That would be Longbow trying. Liam's going to get up the inside, but I think we will have the acceleration. Now this is actually helping Danger Man, because I had to worry and deal with them, and we got a little tap, we got a little pushed wide, and I was having to deal with the cars behind, not able to focus forward essentially. We are quicker than Longbow in a straight line here, which is helpful. Now we are. I mean, I'm still playing a little bit cautiously into turn 1. Honestly, it's not the worst place to be not the worst place to be stopping. Now Hordes, we know Hordes' Fair Lady is very quick. That thing will definitely far outpace us. We are again going to hug that tight line through there to defend our position. Honestly, in the wet, this car's not. I thought this might struggle in the wet. It's honestly not that much worse in the wet than it was in the dry. It's, you know, it's about the same really. If anything, I think it might actually be a smidge happier in the rain in relation to some of the other cars that I'm up against. I am trying. I don't know whether the short shift, sort of the not shifting, like leaving it in third, for example. I'm not sure if that works around here. It seems to be okay. You see, the second we've got away from Longbow, we catch back up to the man of danger. Can't really. See, I catch up, but then I'm not close enough to realistically have a go anywhere. Down here, we're not going to be able to pass. Big fight going on up in front as well. Looks like a lot of fun that maybe we can be a part of. Oh, Lombow's kind of crossed underneath us, but is going to be on the outside through here. I would not want to be on the outside. That's a difficult corner at the best of times, especially when you've got a slidey Aston Martin on your inside. Everything is okay. Everyone is fine. We are setting remarkably similar lap times in our struggles and in our battles here. We will now slow it down for the first corner once more. And Longbow continues to look for a way past. Oh, I might have given Longbow an opportunity here. It is an awkward opportunity, though, because you're on the outside through here. Now, what Longbow's going to want to do is try and cut underneath, which they might be able to do. They might be able to get alongside here. But there is not quite going to be... see, all the more we fight like this, it's just... Danger Man has got a free pass at the moment. Danger Man is able to just run in clean air because I am so busy fighting the cars behind. I wonder... It's very difficult. So if it was just Longbow behind me, I would say maybe we you know, get past Danger Man and then fight it. But because there's so many cars back there, it's not like everyone can really... say, right, let's all work together to pass Danger Man, because there's so many vehicles, you just end up squabbling. So, it's just there's so many vehicles that we are all hindering each other. I mean, Horses actually, I really thought once that caught, that was just going to pass its way through and vanish, but it hasn't. Makes me think maybe it's struggling straight line speed-wise, because Longbow's Nissan is certainly not slow down the straight. Oh, Aston, please go in a straight line. I mean, Danger Man was sliding as well through there. That's not helped my lap time at all. Very unhelpful, Aston Martin. Are we still quicker than Liam once we get going down here? Possibly, yes. Alright, brake at the 200-metre board. Liam is going to send it. Can Liam stop that in time? Just about. Yeah, okay. I maybe could have been a little... Didn't think Liam was going to be close enough. Maybe could have been a little bit more aggressive under brakes down that part if I had realised. Now, I don't know whether... See, I was hoping to straighten it up off there better, get a good run down this next section. Liam will move across to try and defend. It's not going to matter. The BM3 has no straight line speed in comparison to the might of the DB4. We will park it heading into the slow sections. I mean, that is pretty much what we got to do here. It's become another very defensive drive. I would have loved to have had a go at trying to get past Danger Man. We might be about to get past here, I fear. The M3 is going to have a look. Oh, Danger Man with a wheel on the grass survives. Gets away with it. If we hadn't been in such a big battle here with this group, who knows what might have been able to happen. But we are going to now defend. 2 more corners to go. Defend this one. The BMW is going to look. Oh, there's been contact up ahead. Don't know where the car is. Very good work by whoever that was to try and get the car out of the way. I had to lift quite a lot. I think Liam's going to get us because we were busy dodging traffic. Oh, and there's a bit of lag. Well, that's... we ended up 10th. Did we end up ahead of Liam? No. I don't quite know. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate. We had some weird lag, so I couldn't quite deal with where Liam's car was. Yeah, something went on up ahead, and we had to kind of... it was a little bit of... I couldn't quite take the line I wanted to into the final corner, which that's like a very tight line, which doesn't work on my car anywhere near as well as it did for the M3. Fun race, good battle actually. Good battle with me, Longbow, Liam. Yeah, I think we could have done better there, but we just got stuck fighting. I think our car was actually better there, but yeah, we got stuck fighting with Longbow, Liam, Hordes, etc. However, yeah, enjoyable battle. That is for sure. Well, there we go. Safe to say my Aston Martin was not a good shout. Probably one of the weaker cars I have built in a little while. It wasn't fast enough in a straight line to make up for its lack of grip, essentially. It was quick, it was quick accelerating, it did have one of the higher top speeds there, but it was not by anywhere near enough. It was not very good in the corners. It really, really struggled to get it through the turns. We ended up just being a roadblock. It was very annoying to pass for those stuck behind me, because I was just quick enough to get away by a braking zone. So I was an annoying car, just wasn't a very good car, I think, is the best way to sum it. Fun experience, a quite different sort of driving I was ending up doing in this one. Weirdly, didn't feel too bad in the wet, which I thought was going to get even worse. But yeah, not the finest build, but it made for an entertaining time. That, though, is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There is a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, shall be it from me. Until next time, a goodbye.